So he is sitting and very
Is it good? Alright, so since we are live streaming, I think it's important to be able to be seen by the camera. So I'm not going to stand in front of the podium exactly. So bear with me. So that way we can, everyone that needs to see us through live stream can do that. Okay, everybody in place, right? Okay, good enough. So I just wanted to say, and I had to actually jot down, I usually do things ad lib, but at this point I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything that I wanted to say. So I wanted to say good evening, everyone. Those of you that are here at the Arsenal and those of you that are joining us through the live stream, thank you so very much for doing the live stream today. First, to thank all of you that made tonight possible, including Sylvia and Maria from the Bronx office that made it possible for me to be able to bring the food here today. But a special congratulations to all the leadership of the Latino Society this evening. Thank you so very much for putting this together. And absolutely congratulations to all the honorees that are here this evening. This is the first time I think that we're having an in-person type of event, and we also trying to be very cautious in how we're doing it. So I want to thank Commissioner Joy Wang for making sure that we're able to do this here live. For joining us this evening, of course, we also have, before I introduce later our commissioner in the agency, Leah Kavanaugh, who has joined us, who has always been part of every single organization. So I have to say, my name, of course, is Iris Rodriguez Rosa, and I have served as the Latino Society president for over 33 years. It has been an honor to have been one of the founding members of this group, and as such, prouder to know that it will be in the capable hands of the new youthful leadership, right? Those of us that created the Latino Society always hope that it will continue beyond our stay in parks. And I think that this is going to be absolutely wonderful. I thank the agency leadership that has always seen to support parks fraternal organizations, and in particular the Latino Society. So tonight we have to thank the colleagues that are here tonight, and also the colleagues that are joining us via live stream, because all of them have been part and parcel of the Latino Society for over 33 years. I want to say a special thank you to Assistant Commissioner Diana Tigers for her leadership and support on the fraternal organizations as well. Throughout the years, we have seen the ups and downs of the Latino Society, but now in 2021, we see how this organization, with the fresh new leadership, is going to become stronger than it has ever been. I have to say that I credit the enthusiasm of the new leadership that it brings to the table. Our dear Janice King was voted in as the president, and her team are seeing the Latino Society into a new age of rebirth. I know that as I step down as its president, the vision for the Latino Society is in very good hands. Now, I ask that you give a warm welcome to your new president of the Latino Society, Janice King.
My name is Janice King. I hope everyone is doing well, and thank you for coming. As Iris had mentioned, thank you for attending and live streaming and participating in our 19th annual Parks Latino Alma Achievers Awards ceremony. I am very honored to be here with such great company. This is my first and hopefully not my last speaking engagement. We are here today to acknowledge and celebrate the dedication, hard work, and accomplishments of our fellow Latino, Hispanic parties. During this pandemic, we have learned how to overcome and adjust, and we did just that. I would like to thank not only the winners, but Parkey for their diligence and commitment in continuing to make this agency great. I'm surrounded by a great executive board. Although Iris did step down as president, she continues her role not only as our executive sponsor, but also our treasurer. I also have Melody Rodriguez, Cynthia Lopez, and Maria Fibes. When I think of the Latina Society, I think of family. Personally, it helped me form some amazing bonds. Some I call family, comadre, friends, we break bread. And my goal is to express and share that sense of unity and pride, not only being Latina, but a Parkey, as well to our members and future members. As Iris being one of the founding members, through her, I have learned so much. I appreciate her knowledge, guidance, her style, and approach, and I hope I can continue her legacy. I would also like to acknowledge the other societies within our agency. We have the Ebony, Emerald, Lotus, Stonewall, and newly formed, once again, the Italian American Society. You can join one, two, or all the societies, and all their information are located on the internet on their recognition and engagement. Thank you for your time, and let's get the celebration going. Iris, please introduce our new commissioner.
Engagement, well done, congratulations. Well, I have been given the distinct honor to introduce to you tonight our new agency commissioner. But before I do, I'd like to, it's fitting to say a few introductory remarks and words that were stated in her announcement as she joined the Parks family. This will show you her dedication to public service. Gabrielle Fioccar served as senior advisor to the mayor from 2014 to 2018, where she established the Office of Strategic Partnerships to engage the private sector in the fight against inequality through the high-impact public-private partnerships. Fioccar launched Building Healthy Communities, a city initiative that created the first urban farms on public housing properties in the nation, mind you. Built 50 mini soccer fields in underserved neighborhoods, expanded free exercise classes in parks and recreation centers, supported community gardens, and brought together communities to participate in improving their health outcomes. She led initiatives such as the Center for Youth Employment, which delivered 100,000 yearly internships and summer jobs for young people. Computer Science for All, a public-private partnership to bring computer science education to all New York City public school students, and put more than $420 million of private funding towards combating income inequality. So I just want to be able to share with you that although she's only been here a mere 3 weeks, she has plunged in head first into all that is parks, even climbing some very odd steps to seek a green roof. She has demonstrated her energy and commitment to parks. So please now join me in giving a very warm Latino welcome to our Commissioner, Gabrielle Fioccar.
Thank you, Iris. I've been here 3 weeks, and I'm going to see Iris almost every day, so I hope that continues. Hello, everyone. Buenas noches. Whoa! Happy Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm so thrilled to be with you here this evening. And to begin with, I, of course, want to congratulate all the winners. A heartfelt congratulations to this year's 2021 Alma Achievers Award winners. And congratulations to all the nominees as well. I know there's a big community, and this is such a special night. And as Iris said, I have only been here 3 weeks, but the dedication that I have seen from every Parkey I have met and spoken to, and the sense of passion and comradeship and sense of purpose has been so clear to me, and it just means so much, and particularly through the last 2 years, which of course were so challenging for everyone. The Parks Department and all of the parkees were out there every day, keeping our city accessible, our open space ready for every New Yorker to come and play and exercise and be with family and each other, and it's just been incredible. A few weeks so far, getting to know all of you and the values, and it's why it's really such an honor to be here tonight to celebrate you, to celebrate the Alma Achievement Award winners, and what you've accomplished. So congratulations. And I want to say a sincere thank you and acknowledgement to the leader of the leaders and the executive board of the Latino Society, Janice King. Congratulations on your new post. Melody Rodriguez, who we work closely, and she keeps me on time, and I'm grateful for your help. Cynthia Lopez, our wonderful commissioner, and Maria Davis. Congratulations. And everybody who helped pull this event together tonight, thank you so much. This month is dedicated to celebrating the historic and continued contributions of the Hispanic individuals in our city and our nation, and tonight in our park system. The Latino Society shares this mission. That's why, that's a good nice part. Thank you, Sam. The Latino Society shares the mission of why our founders, Iris being one, our very own Bronxborough Commissioner, started working to support and advocate on behalf of our Hispanic and Latino parkees. She and the other founders knew how important it was to embrace the agency's diversity and acknowledge the many contributions of our Hispanic and Latino individuals have made to parks and to New York City. New York City is home, of course, to a diverse, vibrant, and growing Hispanic and Latino community. It is one of the very things that distinguishes New York City from any other place. Here at Parks, Hispanic and Latinos are the third largest demographic in the agency, and we honor that this evening. And the Alma Achievers Award is just one of the ways the Society has continued to serve as a source of support and celebration for parkees from all facets of the agency. I did take Spanish in school, but it's rusty. But I do know that Alma translates to soul. And this essentially means that each award recipient tonight is being honored for your accomplishments and all you have given to this agency and to the soul of this agency. You are reflected in that. And many of you show up day in and day out, and particularly, of course, through the pandemic, working tirelessly, as I said, on behalf of all New Yorkers, and it's so appreciated. And that is soulful. And for that, I cannot thank you enough, and every New Yorker feels the same, I know. Your unique contributions and experiences have made parks a true reflection of the beautiful city we serve. And the soul of Hispanic American culture is woven into the fabric of parks. It inspires, it creates communities, it improves the quality of life for millions of New Yorkers, and it deserves celebration and acknowledgement, and not just in the month of October, might I say. So tonight and every day and every evening, we thank you for your contributions, I'm thrilled to be here with you tonight and to the next generation of leadership of the Latino society. We expect great things, and we know that you'll continue to lead. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, good evening again. Thank you, Commissioner. Those were absolutely inspirational words. Thank you so much for waiting. And this is the first of fraternal organization ceremony that you're a part of, so you will remember as well. So that I'm very proud of. Thank you so very much. I have to say that for the, I know that live streaming, we have at least two of my colleagues that were original founding members. And I have to say Ray Gomez and Gabe Ramos, and I gotta give them credit and to say thank you for the many years that they worked with me throughout the thing. So I know that they're live streaming, so I just wanted to say thank you. So today, unfortunately, the Bronx Alma Achievers Award, Azelia Calawan Perez is unable to be with us this evening. So let me just read it real quickly, and she will be given the award in the borough. Azelia is currently a CDW crew chief with the Bronx Borough Crews. She started with Parks as a seasonal until 2016 and was hired full-time in January 2018. She quickly rose as crew chief 2018, 2019, and 2021. Azelia is an exemplary employee, a huge asset to Parks, and is so deserving of this award and recognition. Parks is always proud when it finds dedicated employees that have pride in themselves and a good work ethic. The spring of this year, she trained the new City Cleaning Corps, the CCC workers as we call them, on the tractors, ball fields, restoration of pavement, and fence repairs. She is dedicated, dependable, and well-respected throughout the borough. She took on additional responsibilities when both her supervisors unexpectedly retired, both of them at the same time within 1 week of each other, and helped keep the borough crews running smoothly and efficiently. She learned, asked, and continued to assist her supervisors in processing the and closing work orders, ordering supplies and equipment. Azelia is a proud mother of 5 children, 4 boys and 1 girl, and still manages to be able to do the job. Jose, Justin, Delia, Jared, and Giovanni. She is of Puerto Rican and Filipino heritage and enjoys cooking, her own version of shepherd's pie, and reading about history. Azelia was nominated by Deputy Chief Danny Mercado and supported by Chief Spoons and yours truly. The Parks Latino Society is proud to honor Azelia today and say felicitaciones.
Good evening, I'm Cynthia Lopez. Today I get to give the award to someone I've known since I started at Parks. Alma Achievers Award recipient Emilio Luis from Brooklyn. Emilio Magic Luis was born in Bed-Stuy and raised in the Brownsville and East New York sections of Brooklyn. He has been married to his childhood sweetheart Marion for over 40 years, and they have 5 children and 5 grandchildren. They recently bought a home in Queens. Magic, as he's affectionately known for his athletic acumen, has been a Parkie for 26 years. He started as a playground associate at Red Hook Rec Center, then worked his way through various positions within recreation, including supervising the weight room at St. John's Rec Center, as deputy center manager at Brownsville Rec Center, and center manager of High Bridge Rec Center. In 2008, he switched over to M&O, first serving in Bronx operations and moving over to Brooklyn operations in 2014. He currently serves as APRM for districts 5 and 16, encompassing communities he has been deeply tied to since childhood. He is closely connected to the community boards and many organizations in the area, most notably as a member of Brooklyn Prince Hall Masons, an organization well known for its charitable contributions throughout Eastern Brooklyn, including educational scholarships, youth programs, and aiding the community. He has also been heavily dedicated to the planning, execution, and participation in BRC's Old Timers Week, an annual event celebrating the achievements of former center members and reuniting with them and younger generations through athletic competitions, musical performances, picnics, cookouts, and on and on. Until recently, Magic also coached youth baseball with a career including teams from PAL and St. John's, Red Hook, and BRC. The name Magic took on another meaning when he dressed as a clown and entertained guests at one of his daughter's birthday parties. Finding he had a talent in this type of performance, Magic became a professional clown. Magic also dresses as Santa Claus and spends the holiday season visiting children in shelters, hospitals, and elementary schools throughout Brooklyn. Magic receives this award in recognition of his dedication to arts in many communities in Eastern Brooklyn. Congratulations.
First of all, I want to say thanks to everybody for acknowledging the work that I do. As she said, I've been around the world doing many things in many different places. Iris, I met her like 2 years in when we actually started the weightlifting program, and been by her side since then. But this is probably one of the best moments in my sports career. You finally get acknowledged by your peers. You know, it's nothing better than getting a pat on the back by those that you work with and work side by side. So I personally want to say thank you, and go forward.
Good afternoon. My name is Maria Rivas. I'm the Executive Administrator for Northern Manhattan Parks. I'd like to welcome everyone here this evening. I'd like to say I've been with Parks for 32 years. It's a great agency to work for, and I'd like to ask the honorees. We have a lot of employees who deserve to be recognized. There are a lot of people out there that are on the ground day to day doing work that they're not being recognized for. So please go back to your fellow employees, your colleagues, and let them know that you were honored today. And just, give them a pat on the back and say thank you. And hopefully we can continue honoring more people that deserve to be honored. So thank you. Demira Echeverria is the CPW Crew Chief Manhattan Alma Achievers Award winner. Demira has been helping to keep Parks clean and safe for 16 years. As a crew chief, she's responsible for working on the mobile route in District 3. Her assignment includes visiting small playgrounds, jointly operated properties, center, median malls, and flagship parks. She often encounters serious working conditions that includes the removal of homeless encampments, combative drug users, and other difficult circumstances along the route. She's been a reliable and tireless employee throughout the pandemic. Additionally, in her position this past summer, she successfully supervised summer youth employment program participants. She maintained a great relationship with them. They respected her, and best of all, they listened to her. Her manager describes how she starts every day with a positive attitude and is always willing to motivate all of her coworkers, including supervisors, with her tireless spirit and outstanding work ethic. Demira never shies away from a task or says a job can't be done. This has earned her the status of the go-to person whenever there's a demanding priority in her district. She's always willing to train new staff and help encourage them along the way. She's a huge asset to District 3, particularly Sarah Roosevelt Park, one of the most challenging parks in the district. She remains committed to ensuring New Yorkers are able to enjoy their parks regardless of what's going on in the world at large. Demira was unable to join us today, so I'll read the document that she sent me. I wanted to express my personal gratitude for the effort and extra time you guys have contributed. I would like to take a moment and thank Angelo Figueroa, PS2, and Jamil Phillips, APRM, for knowing how grateful I am to have you guys as a part of the team. Down to not being selfish and helping others when needed, thank you for supporting me and encouraging me every day to do better. Thank you for having the patience and the consideration when working with staff. You guys are an inspiration to my life. Your help is greatly appreciated. Demira. Thank you.
This time I get to award the Alma Award recipient for Queens, Louis Pedro. Louis Pedro has been with Queens operations for over 5 years. He works for Borough Crews and is a very important part of the operation. There is nothing that Louis won't or can't do. He is the team's best tractor operator. Not only does he work hard to ensure proper grass cutting and ball field pruning, he also installs and repairs the tractor attachments as well. He does a great job with all of the tasks assigned, from fencing to cold patch to asphalt, cold flow, and repairing handle, port, expansion joints, and caulking. Louis excels. He is very passionate and is always determined to get his job done well. He takes great pride in his work and translates that into his willingness to train new staff members. He enjoys working with others and is a true leader. Louis is currently on the APSW list, and his goal is to become a parks supervisor. Louis is on the right track towards accomplishing his goal. He always leads by example, and his level of professionalism does not go unnoticed. Louis travels daily from Brooklyn to Queens, getting up at 3 a.m. and taking multiple trains to ensure great attendance and promptness. We should take note that he has gotten to work on time every day for the past 5 years. Louis is a proud Boricua. When Louis is not at work, he dedicates his whole life to his wife and 2 children. He enjoys his time with his family, spending valuable time with them doing homework, playing video games, and other recreational activities. Louis also enjoys cooking and keeping his house pristine. Congratulations, Louis.
Thank you all.
I've never done this before, so this is kind of new for me. It's a real honor to actually be selected for such an award like this. I mean, what can I say? Hard work, really, this is the first time I've ever received anything like this, so it just means a lot. It shows that hard work does pay off, and I'll continue to work hard and do whatever I got to do to make it. I want to thank the Latino Society as well as the Parks Department for always being there and supportive. And I would like to thank my supervisors over at the Queensboro Crews for always being supportive and always, trying to make me be better. Thank you.
So this year, the winner of the Staten Island Alma Achievers Award is Michelle Hughes. This is not only her second nomination, but this is the second time she wins this award. She first won this award in 2012. She started off, she's actually a pool manager since 2018. Michelle was nominated for her outstanding dedication and commitment to Staten Island pool operations. Her knowledge and leadership skills are viewed as huge assets, and in addition to daily availability, addressing the countless problem-solving issues that arise throughout the summer season. Michelle's daily motivation and enthusiasm is fully supported and inspired by her supporting pool team and her coordinator, Monique Barnett, and pool supervisors Francis Graham and APRM Kevin Prago. I hope I said his name correctly. Michelle has worked her way through the ranks since 2006, starting off as a JTP, CPW, crew chief, PS1 at favorite pool, assistant pool coordinator PS1 in 14, 15, 16, and 17, pool coordinator PS2 in 18, 20, and 21. Michelle is Puerto Rican, an artist, photographer, and can sing some. Gracias por todo y felicidades.
Those that know me know that I don't like to talk about myself, so I will a little something so I don't forget anything.
Thank you to the Latino Society for hosting and having this award ceremony acknowledging Latinos and Hispanics within the Parks Department. And congratulations to my fellow award recipients. Thank you to my pool ops, APR, and Prego for nominating me for this special award. It means so much that you wanted to acknowledge the work that I do and for keeping it real and pushing me to continue to grow. I am honored to receive this award and to be able to represent Stefan. Thank you to my pool ops work partners, Monique and Tanika, for your work ethic to help keep things afloat and for keeping me sane. You both are amazing. Thank you to all the different divisions for helping make the operation flow. Just to name a few: Staten Island Shops, Staten Island Borough Garage and Crew, 5 Borough Citywide Services, PEP, and so many others. Bill and Curtis, thank you for your guidance. Thank you to the Staten Island Borough Commissioner, Administration, Commissioner Rigodon, Chief Russo, DCO Carpentera, Chief Esposito, and all for entrusting me with the pool operation and all other tasks that you have the confidence in me to handle. I give my all to make you proud and to make my part to make Staten Island shine. Thank you to my District 3 supervision, Sean, Vinny, Tim, and Viv, for being great examples on how an operation should be maintained and giving me the knowledge and tools to be a great supervisor and employee. And to my fellow District 3 co-workers, the day is never dull, and you are all great. Thank you to the best pool operation, hashtag Staten Island Pool Team. With all the behind-the-scenes challenges we face, we always get the job done and we accomplish what is needed to be able to have all of our pools open and perfect for all patrons to enjoy this season and every season, and that's what matters. Thank you to my family, especially my dad, who's my Rod, who is a proud Latino, my stepmom Irene, and my brothers and sisters for always being there, and my angel above, my mom for watching over me. Last but definitely not least, I always say the best for last. Thank you to my love, to my husband of 25 years, James, my soul, and to my daughters, Rosie and Vicky, who are my heart, for supporting me to the fullest and always, for having patience as they deserve this more than I do, with all that they hear and bear when I come home from work. They are truly amazing and my biggest fans, and I love them beyond words. Sorry, Kenny, I know the speech is Oscar type, and I really try to make it as to the point, a bullet point style, like you always say, but as always, I can't write things in that fashion, and this will not be any different. I have so many to thank. I know my work ethic is strong, which I thank my dad for that, but I need to thank everyone that I mentioned. You all give me the drive to give my all and be the best that I can be. I am very, very grateful for you all and for you all today. I do enjoy and love being a party, especially a Latina party. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Latino Rodriguez, and I'm Vice President of the Latino Society. Today, I'm announcing the Administrative Award for the Alma Achiever to Juana Garcia. She was nominated by Nate Gold and Assistant Commissioner David Cerrone. Juana joined New York City Parks Marine Division in May of 2018 as a supervisor dockmaster at the semi-mentioned Eco Basin. Prior to joining Parks, Juana distinguished herself at the ferry company New York Water Taxi as the first Latina female ship captain to pilot a ferry vessel in New York Harbor. In 2017, New York Harbor School awarded Juana with the Matheson Award for Leadership in Marine Environment. Juana held the United States Coast Guard 100-ton master's license, and the role of supervisory dockmaster, it can be demanding, requiring a combination of maritime expertise, a firm grasp on parks policies, reliable personal judgment, and high-level communication and customer service skills. Maritime education is very important to Juana. and alumnus of the New York Harbor School, a public high school located on Governor's Island, focusing on careers on the water. As a graduate of the school, Juana delivered all these skills, including her substantial maritime expertise. To her role at the boat basin, she's frequently praised by boaters for her cool, calm, and reassuring ability to verbally guide vessels into the marina despite the challenging currents of the Hudson River. On July 5th of 2018, just 2 months after her start with Parks, Juana received an email of gratitude from a vessel that experienced a mechanical failure while entering the marina, which she guided in safely. The same year, Juana was featured in the DCAS Fleet newsletter. In addition to her maritime skills, Juana has demonstrated an equally valuable ability of bringing order to the complex system of requirement documents for many types of vessels that dock at the parks marinas. Juana is extremely popular amongst her coworkers due to her infectious attitude, team spirit, and bright smile. Juana thoroughly enjoys the customer service aspect of her job, as it allows her to meet and interact with people from all over the world. True to her roots, Juana also assists marina education initiatives, including supporting the historic vessels that operate at the marina. Juana lives in Brooklyn with her husband, John, who's also a well-regarded maritime professional and is a New York Water Taxi Service deckhand. She's also the proud parent of 2 gifted and creative children, Charles and Janine. She enjoys spending as much time on or near the water with her family. Felicidades, Juana.
I'm very honored to be here, surrounded by so much hardworking and dedicated people. It really means a lot to me. I'm a very proud Latina, and I try every day to work very hard with whoever I work for, to show them that, no matter where we go, we Latinos, we keep going forward. I am very, I'm very lucky and that I get to work with such amazing people, very dedicated, great leadership from Nate Grove, Seth Goodwin, Christopher Velassi. I mean, they have guided me, given me every instrument to grow and become better at my job. So thank you so much, everyone. I'm very, I'm just one of many in my division. So thank you so much, and congratulations to everyone. And thank you to my husband for being here. And to my kids at home, Janine, Charles, I love you guys. Keep going forward, guys.
So this year, Alma Achievers Award goes to Alex Munoz. Alex joined Green Thumb as the Assistant Director of Community Engagement in February of 2018. He immediately was tasked with leading the community engagement team transformation and has deep ties within the communities, engages with the community partners, elected officials, community boards, and other stakeholders to improve the accessibility and functioning of Green Thumb community gardens. Alex uses conflict mediation training and his expertise to train staff, which has in turn helped to work with over 550 plus community groups. He has developed a very strong relationship with dozens of partners, including the Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs, to ensure that Green Thumb and our gardens remain welcoming and supportive spaces for new immigrants to our city. In 2019, Alex led the partnership to produce a video highlighting the contributions of immigrant community gardeners, which can be viewed on Twitter. During COVID-19 pandemic, Alex adapted. He kept communities engaged, providing gardeners with resources that they needed to continue community hubs. Under his leadership, his team developed toolkits, offered garden group best practices, and training while also implementing and communicating the changing policies of COVID-19. Alex grew up in Pennsylvania and moved to New York for college, graduating from Columbia with a bachelor's degree and NYU with a master's in global studies. He served 4 years in the U.S. Army, deploying to both Iraq and Afghanistan. He is also co-founder and co-director of Youth Speak, an Iraq-based nonprofit focused on youth activism, women empowerment, and the LGBTQ support. Alex is of Chilean heritage. He is an accomplished runner and a member of an organization serving military veterans in New York City. And Alex is known for his sense of humor. Sigue para adelante, Alex, y felicidades.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here tonight, and thank you to Latino Society for putting this on. It's humbling and inspirational. It hasn't always been easy being Latino. I grew up in semi-rural Pennsylvania, and even to this day, being Latino in some parts of this country isn't always easy. But NYC Arts, you make us belong. You help fulfill the sort of promise that we can all belong, that we can all start and advance. There's so many inspiring stories of people coming up through the ranks, promotion after promotion, excellence being recognized, and people moving up to positions of leadership. Iris, I always think about you in those positions. Favorite borough commissioner, if I can say it. It's on record now on YouTube. It's so inspiring and powerful. So thank you again, Latino Society, for providing us this space and for letting us gather strength from each other, because we need to be reminded of that, especially in this last year and a half of the pandemic that's hit our Latino communities in the city so hard. So thank you again, and keep doing everything you're doing, because we make the city better. It's an honor. Thank you.
The winner of the Capital Alma Achievers Award goes to Jorge Prado. Jorge became a Parkey in 2016 as Deputy Director of Architecture, where he was responsible for overseeing all phases of architectural projects. As Director of Architecture, Jorge has transformed his technical expertise and ideas into exceptional leadership of capital projects unit and all parks building design. He works closely with Assistant Commissioner and Deputy Chief of Architecture and Engineering to develop unit initiatives and streamline the agency's architectural project delivery. Jorge is the key contributor in delivering updated and modernized methods in design approach, problem solving, and resolution of any other project issues that arise. He is responsible for the work and scheduling milestones within a large project portfolio to achieve the annual completion targets for capital. He further monitors the design process and his process ensuring code compliancy, efficiency, and sustainability, quality design within budget. He also supervises management of parks on-call architectural consultants to supplement in-house staff resources and provides project management skills and direction for projects which are being built on parks' behalf of sister agencies. Jorge has been practicing architecture since 1999. He is a founding director of First Street Green, a nonprofit art organization that works closely with parks to redevelop an abandoned buildings, lots that has become part of the first park in Manhattan's East Village. Today, the First Street Green program manages an active mural program as well as other art programs in parks. Jorge has a master's degree in architecture degree from New Jersey IT School of Architecture and a bachelor's of arts degree in English and American Literature from NYU. He is a resident architect in New York and in New Jersey. Jorge is from Argentina He is a community activist, a handyman around his home, a devoted father and husband. He enjoys designing and building prototype furniture. Gracias por todo, Jorge, y felicidades.
Thank you, everybody. Again, as has been said before, this has never happened to me, so I'm kind of lost for words. We're going to get to our best. I wanted to thank Commissioner Braddock and Assistant Commissioner Hatibabek, both of whom have been people who steered my careers along and helped me move up in parks as I've been here. My history with parks actually predates my 2016 job start here in 2008. We started First Street Green, and we worked hard with the parks. Then Chief Operations Officer Namshik Yoon in Manhattan to essentially bring the Guggenheim Museum down to the Lower East Side of Manhattan and help host their Guggenheim Labs there. That was the basic beginning of my relationship with parks, and Namshik and others were the first examples I had of real markets. And it was something that left an impression on me. So in 2016, when I had the chance, I jumped ship, as they say. I left behind my wife, who was a co-founder of First Street Green, and our other co-founders, and I became a parkie myself. And since that time, I can say it's only been an amazing experience. My father always said that as a Hispanic in this country, you have to work twice as hard just to be seen as level thing. And we always took that to heart. And all my brothers and sisters and I, we worked so hard our entire lives. So it's really gratifying to get to this point in time where I can contribute so much to the city that the city has given to me. I mean, I was born in Hollis, Queens, and raised in the borough of Queens before we even got to the island. So at the end of the day, I want to thank everybody for the hard work. I believe in hard work. It gets you there, and good luck with everything.
So I mentioned my name is Cynthia Lopez. I'm the Secretary of Latino Society, and I work for LEAP over in Grand Blue Island. So I have the honor of announcing the winner for Citywide Service Alma Award recipient, my colleague Yamil Salman, who actually started the same day I did when we started at LEAP. Yamil was born and raised in New York City to first-generation Cuban parents with Spaniard and Syrian background. Yamil went to Manhattan College, where she majored in marketing and management. While in college, she fell in love with the Riverdale section of the Bronx, settling there with her husband Morgan and their beloved spoiled dog, January Rose. She is an avid reader and loves long walks. When she gets a chance, she enjoys going to major art galleries in the city to take in the artwork on display. Her motto is, life is a field trip, so enjoy all the moments while you can. Yamil has been a parkie for 6 years as a lead project manager. She has helped play a key role in many aspects of lead operations. She helped revamp the agency's collision program, has managed Flushing Meadow Garage, the privatization of the auto parts program, and is currently managing the Bronx Garage vehicle operations. Yamil is hardworking, dedicated, and extremely organized. Her dedication and determination to the job and to improve lead operations has been one of her greatest qualities. She's extremely proud of her work ethic and that her parents instilled in her, and it has become one of the keys to her success in her career. Congratulations, Yamil.
It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here tonight. Our new commissioner, our new party, congratulations. Commissioner Kavanaugh, thank you for having me. And our Bronx Commissioner, Iris Rodriguez Rosa. Yes. Janice King, our new president of the Latino Society, and other distinguished guests.
that are present here tonight for the 2021 Alma Achievers Award representing citywide services, which I'm very proud of. I wish to congratulate my fellow colleagues that also have won tonight in different divisions. Also, those that have come before us that have won and paved the way, having great pride in being Latinos. We should be proud, and why not? In achieving and striving in parks and in the private world, I'm extremely humbled and honored that I was just even nominated, let alone winning this prestigious award. I feel that I won the Oscar and I'm on the national stage. I will always have after my name, winner of the 19th Annual Alma Achiever Award for Citywide Services, and proud of it. I dedicate this award to my late mother, Señora Zoila Lopez Fernandez de Salman. In the United States, she's called Mrs. Zoila Salman. She embodied what a Latina is, proud of her background, which is Cuban Spanish, and she has passed it down to her only child, Jamila Salman. She instilled that anyone or anything can take everything from you in one day, gone. However, they cannot take from you your dignity, your hard work, and your education from you. Never. That is why I bring every day to my current position as the fleet project manager stationed in the Bronx, every single day, starting at 7 a.m. in the morning. And remember, I always say this, Commissioner, aren't we number one? That's right. And we'll continue being number one. Last but not least, I thank the Latino Society for having me as a member. I thank you, because we are truly a family. I also thank Chief Paris Avalon for having me part of his team and for being a mentor. And I hope I make you proud every day, Chief. I also wish to thank Commissioner Rodriguez for your leadership and support, to support all the Hispanics and all the hardworking women in this agency. I also wish to thank Deputy Chief of Operations of the Bronx, Michael Bratton, also for your leadership, but also for making me a better human being. Last but not least, I want to thank my adopted sister and best friend of 39 years in my family. Her name is Maureen Bernadette Moran. She's sitting right here. She came with me tonight to support me. Has always accepted me from day one as a Latina and has embraced the culture as part of a wonderful adventure of friendship and family that others would not, and still does. I thank you again. God bless all of you, and get home safely.
The winner for forestry, horticulture, and natural resources is Henry Torres Tovar. Originally hired July 2016 as an assistant civil engineer in a supporting role for a very popular and high-profile trees and sidewalks program. He applied his engineering expertise to the unique challenges of preserving trees in the built environment while continually educating himself about our urban forests. He supported 2 program managers and directors of the tree preservation, overseeing improvements to contract procurement, reporting, and budgeting. In 3 years within the agency, Henry has twice stepped up to serve as acting program manager without complaint, before being promoted to program manager in 2019. He was named Employee of the Month in October of 2017. The Trees and Sidewalks program has received a large amount of press and mayoral attention, which led to the tremendous amount of work under pressure. Henry is diligent, and no detail is too small or request too much for Henry. He responds to every email, every text to his personal phone. Henry is a professional civil engineer and construction project manager with more than a decade of exceptional field experience in management, planning, design, and directing the construction and maintenance of projects, buildings, bridges, parks, pipelines, and roads. He has a comprehensive skill and knowledge of time and budget allocations, drawing and sketch interpretation. Not only supervises and motivates his staff, but he also is very looked for in all he does. Henry received both his bachelor's in civil engineering and master's in construction, project management from, and I know I'm gonna mess this up because my Spanish is not the best. La Universidad de Escuela.
Zulia.
Eso mismo. Excitingly, Henry became a United States citizen during his time at Thurs. Gracias por tu increíble trabajo y felicidades.
This is heavier than I thought. Buenas noches. I would like to thank the person that made it possible for me to be here tonight. Because they do that, I would like to share with you a few remarks about my Hispanic heritage. I came from Venezuela 8 years ago, and I couldn't speak English at all, nothing. You come here and you say I need to work, so I need to speak the language. So you say to immerse myself in English. When my English was getting a little bit better, somehow, don't ask me why, I wanted to get rid of my accent. It took me a while to realize. I was thinking that I wanted to sound more like an American, but it took me a while to realize that this is what an American sounds like. This is what an American looks like. And today I could be more proud of my accent. It has taken me a long, long way, and as a proud member of the Latino community, today, this month we're celebrating our heritage, and I would like to take this opportunity to celebrate those unique characteristics that we have that set us apart and make us unique, but also those similarities that we have with other groups that bring us together. So to everyone, happy Hispanic Heritage Month. I could not receive the award without thanking the love of my life. Matt, I want to tell you, I love you with all my heart. I know that you made to put in the thought, Matt. I want to thank you for all the unconditional love and support that you have given me. Everything good that happened to me is because you're by my side. And everything bad that happened to me is because sometimes I don't listen to you. I was trying to think really hard, how can I express how lucky I feel to be part of the forestry division. Just like came up with this. You know that New York City is full of those expensive clubs that when you have to pay a very high fee to be a member. That's how I feel about forestry. The only good thing that I get there for free. So, and I have all the benefits. I had the opportunity to work with so many amazing people, very, very hard workers. And an amazing leadership that they lead by example. Here is our Commissioner Kavanaugh, Assistant Commissioner Jeff for Greenfield, that she shouldn't be here because of state limitations, but I'm very sure that she's watching. I want to thank all my colleagues. I have an incredible team. I'm very, very blessed to work with these amazing people every day. I feel very lucky. So I want to take this opportunity to recognize all the hard work to express how honored
I feel working with them every single day. Finally, I would like to thank the Thurs Latino Society for giving me this award today. I feel very flattered and honored. And today I can say that I'm not only a proud Latino, I'm also Black, I'm also gay, I'm also a very proud Mormon.
Good evening, I'm here to present the ITT 2021 Alma Achievers Awards recipient to Peter Carlo. Peter has been with Parks for 24 years. He's a dedicated IT professional whose hard work has garnered the respect of everyone he works with. Peter is a reliable team player who always makes himself available to brainstorm solutions and solve problems. He has a deep knowledge of a wide range of IT systems. Many in the agency rely on him to provide insight into data quality and data flow topics. Peter's impact on GIS technology in Parks cannot be understated. He was instrumental in developing of our enterprise GIS capabilities. Many of the map-centric tools we use today at Parks, such as data collection apps for drinking fountains, lead testing, dashboards for code enclosures, etc., are the evolution of the foundational work Peter has laid out. Peter continues to expand his knowledge and extend the capabilities of GIS technology in Parks. Peter has looked at leveraging our existing tools and resources to meet the increasing demand for IT and GIS services. Peter is a graduate of Lehman College, CUNY, where he studied geography and geology. While a student at Lehman, Peter met his wife. He lives on Long Island with his wife and son. Peter has mentioned that has mentored the careers of many in city service, including current and former parties. Peter is a beer aficionado, and before the hobby of home brewing was popular, Peter was ahead of the game and already had an extensive home brewing setup in his basement. He enjoys traveling to the Poconos to spend time with his family and friends. Peter is of Puerto Rican heritage. Gracias por todo, los que has hecho.
I want to thank the Latino Society for considering me for this and giving me this award. When I heard that I was going to get this award from the New York City Latino Society for IT, I felt so good about it because it brought so many of the things that I love doing here in the Parks Department. I'm so proud of being a Latino and working at the Parks Department. I'm so proud of working for the Parks and getting all the opportunities to do all the things that, Parks has given me, the possibility to do, right? And I'm still so inspired by some of the IT solutions that we're working on. I remember coming here in the 90s when we started working with the Lehman College geographers to start mapping out every handball court, every basketball court, all the playgrounds and everything that still is a foundation for our work order management system. It helps us improve all the things that we're doing. And I'm so proud and so thankful for the Parks Department for giving me an opportunity and for Commissioner Cameron for trusting me on some of these big projects like the forestry management system and Storm Mobile. Those are big, huge projects, and I'm so happy to have the opportunity to work with them and lead and successfully make them. So thank you so much, everyone.
Ashley Burnell is a 2021 Public Programs Alma Achievers Award recipient. She was nominated by Chief of Recreation Christopher Davis, Deputy Chief of Recreation Natalia Peralta, Center Manager Tony Berrugia, due to her extraordinary leadership skills and overwhelming drive to succeed. She has been with the agency for 7 years. Ashley does an excellent job teaching and driving her team. Ashley grows from every experience, project, and training session she comes across and uses her knowledge as a mechanism to push her peers and mold her team into a more effective workforce. Ashley was promoted to Deputy Director of the Aquatic Center in February 2020. The past 2 summers, she has stepped up to pool supervisor and assigned to Astoria Pool, one of the largest and busiest in the city, thus validating the trust the borough has in her as a leader. In December 2020, Ashley's leadership was able to shine through as she took the lead as the main youth recreation trainer for Perfect Minds, the new recreation registration software. Additionally, she is helping us lead the Perfect Mind refresher trainings. Although currently serving as a pool supervisor, she has made herself available to help during her days off, showing her true team spirit and work ethic. Ashley was born and raised in El Paso, Texas, and is of Mexican-American descent. She currently resides in Fresh Meadow, Queens, with a husband of 10 years. Ashley attended the College of Second Thing, where she received a Bachelor's of Arts in Theater with a minor in dance. Ashley enjoys playing competitive volleyball and dances during her time off. Her passion would be one day to open an animal rescue in Queens, as well as back home in Texas to all the animals in need. Gracias por todo lo que hace.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm a little on the shy side. See, I got stuff on it. On the shy side, but it's funny because I got my bachelor's degree in theater. And I'm the type of person that likes to be very well prepared. So I'm like searching in my bag right now for Post-its, like make notes. And I just want to thank all my family back in El Paso, Texas. My mom, my grandma, my sister, my cousins have molded me into who I am today, and guided me through to have good work ethic. To my supervisors that nominated me, to my comadre who came with me tonight. She strives for the best, and she made me who I am as well. And I'm proud to be with Parks, and I take great pride in what I do. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to announce the Urban Park Service Alma Achievers Award winner is Pep Sergeant Margaret Lorenzo. She is of Puerto Rican and Dominican descent, is the Urban Park Service Award recipient for 2021. America began her career at Parks in January 2016 and promoted to sergeant in February 2019, where she is currently assigned to Manhattan Parks. In addition to her supervisory duties, she has coordinated over 60 joint outreach operations, working closely with the Department of Homeless Services, NYPD, and Parks to help at-risk individuals receive services for housing, medical assistance, and shelter. Through her compassionate and tenacious efforts in April of this year, she successfully worked with twin brothers living on the streets and subways for many years after encountering them at Dealer Park. They were on top 50 cases known to the Department of Homeless Services as hostile, combative, and uncooperative clients, even threatening outreach workers at times. Throughout the course of several months, she continued to garner their trust. When one of the brothers fell ill and was hospitalized, she went above and beyond to visit him in the hospital, continued to counsel his sibling, and convinced him to accept services. When the hospitalized sibling recovered, they were later reunited due to her relentless efforts. Her caring and personal touch in offering her time to those whom others may have forgotten or disregarded in society is an inspiration to all of us and an example of excellent leadership in the field. Having been raised in the Bronx by a single mom, graduating from City College with a degree in psychology, majoring in human services, and certified to work with people with disabilities, leaves no doubt that she is truly in the right position in the right job. America is happily married for 18 years, has 4 children and 2 granddaughters, and has been described as an excellent party planner. We know her family is as proud of her as we are, that she works diligently and tirelessly on a daily basis to serve all of the patrons of our parks, which is no easy task in the Park Enforcement Unit. Congratulations, America. Buen hecho, and keep up the good work.
First and most, I want to thank the Almighty for shining light on me. I want to thank my husband and children for being my rock and my support. I want to thank Assistant Commissioner Rodriguez, Inspector Harris, Director Tarcone that is here, Captain Johnson, you're watching, thank you, Captain Calderon, Captain St. Louis, is sitting right next to me. Without your guidance and support, I wouldn't have been here. I also want to thank my partner, Sergeant Gordon, and the officers that help me on a daily basis provide love, motivation, and encouragement to people in need. So I want to thank everyone. And with that being said, I want to dedicate this to La República Dominicana and Puerto Rico.
Okay, before we get to the food, I guess I'm the last one. So one of the things that I'd like to mention before I go on to the final, because this is one of my favorite, I'm gonna take this mask off. One of my favorite awards, is being able to acknowledge some of the volunteer efforts that are being done in the Parks Department. But before I go into the award this evening, I'd also like to acknowledge someone who has joined the Parks family, recently, that came along with Commissioner Theobald. So I have to say that we have Claudia, okay, let's see if I pronounce the name correctly. Cereceda, did I say it right?
Colombiana.
Colombiana, okay, so she's part of the, now she has joined the Parks family as well, so welcome aboard. So what I'd like to say is that this last award is one of my favorites, because one of the things that I have to say is that when we talk about our time, okay, when we talk about our time that we dedicate to work and to our families, these are things that we must do: education, go to school, go to work, things like that. But when there are organizations, individuals, and people that actually take up their free time, which is their free time, to be able to volunteer, and to be able to give any number of hours to our park system to try to make them better, they also become the extended parks family as well. So I just have to say, this is one of my favorite awards to be able to give tonight. So I must get my glasses as well. I am going to be 65 next month, so I have to, for sure. So I have to say that this organization was newly formed, but it was nominated by PSP Catalyst, Pilar Machi. So I'd like to say thank you to Pilar very much for all the work that you've done. I also like to acknowledge, and she will come up shortly as well, we have in our presence also, who is the Democratic candidate for Council District 14 in the Bronx. We have Benita Sanchez, who is here with us as well. So So let me give you the last award. The Partnership for Parks Catalyst program began working in the fall of 2016 to find the community members to form and activate park groups with support of the Bronx Parks Borough Office. The response was very receptive and a strong participation of volunteers to join and organize intergenerational community events involving civic engagement, promoting health and positive change. And so the Friends of Aqueduct Walk was formed. It emerged in February 2019. Highlights to note of their work is that they have conducted several multi-aid food share events for vulnerable folks in the park and the community during the pandemic. They also led extensive youth engagement projects along Aqueduct Walk over the summers, with 60 youth participating in 20 sessions of beautification, learning about civic engagement and volunteerism. In addition, promoting health, wellness, and creativity expressions with activities, building the foundation for our next generation of Bronx parkies and others. Local peer partner, the Davidson Community Center, collaborated with youth events whose makeup of predominantly Latinx, along with other members of Hispanic heritage and Caribbean diaspora. The group has a strong sense of solidarity and connection with poor and vulnerable park community members and has prioritized inclusion, accessibility, harm reduction and support for these community members as they create their group's culture and conduct programs and outreach efforts. Friends of Africa Walk is led by elders, adults, youth, Latinx leaders, including Wanda Cruz, Angel Caballero, Milton Cataleas, Cynthia Tovar, Melina Sanchez, just to name a few folks. Friends of Africa Walk have been consistent in supporting and being in solidarity with other park groups. The Sister Park Initiative, which I have to attribute to our Commissioner Ian Kavanaugh, who thought about the collaboration of these groups, where the group led bi-weekly cleanups throughout the summer. Lastly, to note that the group's history and exploration projects has also been incredible. The group members continue their activism by collaborating with public art projects, community heroes to create and develop public visual storytelling projects in Aqueduct Walk that centers on historical landmarks and impacts the aqueduct while featuring the lives of heroic leaders in our community. The public art program will debut later this fall. Gracias por tu bondad. So accepting the award will be Rita Bush and Melina Sanchez. Come on up.
Good evening, everyone. It's a privilege and a pleasure and very humbling experience to be able to accept this award to represent the Bronx, to represent New York City, to represent Latino and multicultural people of New York City. What makes parks tick and makes parks work are the people who support them, the ones who grew up playing in them, the ones who see them as they transition year after year, and the ones that always give a cheer when something new comes to enhance the communities where all of New York City playgrounds and parks are working. So I'm very thankful to be here this evening amongst all of you who've done so many wonderful things over your years and decades. And also for people who are just coming to New York. A park is an open place and space that welcomes people always. It's a free space, a free place. And during this pandemic, it was very crucial and critical that the playgrounds and parks were open so that the youngest child and the oldest child could take a stroll, walk through, take a photograph, play a game, and have a good time, which gives you hope, gives you courage, and helps to heal your mind, body, and soul. So in honor of everyone who came before and all the people who will come after to do these same things in a different day and time, thank you very, very much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melina Sanchez, and in addition to what Ms. Renee has so beautifully said, I also want to thank the Parks Department Commissioner, our #1 Bronx Commissioner, Luis Rodriguez, who is so amazing and so supportive of everything that we do through Friends of Africa Walk, but also through Friends of DeVoe and all of the initiatives, University Wood and everything else. And I would definitely be remiss if I didn't shout out that woman over there who's holding the camera, Pilar Ashi from Partnership with Parks, who believes in us. She believes in Friends of Africa Walk. She believes in every one of the parks groups that she works with, and she believes in every single person that is a part of our community. Friends of Aqueduct Walk, we're doing so much stewardship work on Aqueduct Walk, which is quite literally the backbone of that community. It's literally the spine of that community. And it is a community, a very Latinx and African American community that is struggling through a lot. And you actually see it when you walk down Aqueduct Walk, right? You see it as people maybe struggling with substance use. You see it in some of the litter that is there. You see it as families maybe sometimes are walking with their head down. But the thing about Pilar, who supports us every single day, is what she sees is the people with their heads up. She sees the smiles in between those difficult moments. So Pilar, I just want to thank you as well for everything that you do for us and for believing in the community. Thank you.
We're gonna close the ceremony, but I do want to give special thanks to people who are on the board who are not here with us tonight. The election committee, which consisted of Gabe Ramos, who is now retired, Silvio Munoz Torres, Maria Marcelo, Special Projects, Araceli Caraballo and Linda Bonilla, and a very, very, very thank you. We appreciate you, because we're not technical. Our employee resource group for putting this together.
Can we have the award winner or the awards come up to the stage one group picture with the president and the executive board? Can you just come up and let Malcolm, so can you bring up with your awards and just stand?
You want to put your hand right now. You want to put this. Cheers, I think you need.